Holy blood and gore, Batman. What is up, YouTube? It is Joker777, and it's been a good minute since I posted a review. I think it's been, like 2 weeks? But finally I got some time to sit down and make a little review, and this time it's a movie review, and it's for none other than 300 Rise of an Empire. A sequel, prequel kind of thing? Actually, it is both. It is both a prequel and a sequel, and some stuff actually happens during the events of the actual the last 300 movie. So I can't really call it a prequel or a sequel, considering there's elements from both. But my overall thoughts on this movie was actually better than I thought it was going to be. I was a very big fan of the first 300, and when I first heard they were making a second one, I was kind of excited, but at the same time I was like, are they going to ruin the first one? So I'm happy to say that no, they did not ruin this franchise by any means. This movie was actually a little bit better than I thought it was actually going to be. So that really put me at ease. Now, the story is pretty much the same as the first one. The Persian Empire, I keep messing up. So, the Persians are invading, and this time it's up to the Athenians and their noble hero Themistocles. He's basically our hero in this one, and the antagonist in this one is Artemisia. That's a very hard name to pronounce. I told myself multiple times to remember the name, but I never could remember it. So Artemisia is kind of like the Xerxes of this one, only she's better, and I'll get to that in a second. And she's basically leading this particular campaign against this particular set of Greeks to really help, try to push the Persian Empire further into Greece. The first thing that I have to point out was the lead female character's roles, especially Eva Green. Eva Green kills it as Artemisia. She is a great antagonist for this film. She blew me away with her performance. Her performance was great. She was just evil, she was twisted, she was maniacal, and she looked pretty damn good doing it too. Matter of fact, she knows how to have some fun, let's just put it that way. So apart from the acting, the directing in this was actually pretty good. I don't remember the director's name that did this. It was not Zack Snyder, which is what had a lot of people concerned, but he actually did a very good job with this. He knew where he wanted to put the camera. There wasn't a whole lot of shaky cam. Everything was smooth. Nothing really to complain about as far as direction. The cinematography was good. The CGI was a little bit off in some scenes. You could tell there was a green screen there. But overall, the direction was good. The CGI was alright. It flowed beautifully. There wasn't any real problems there. The pacing of this film actually works very well. It doesn't, there's moments of fast and slow down, but it's not slow down to the point of where you're bored to tears. And it doesn't really get too exhausting until the last maybe 10 minutes of the movie, where you're finally just like, okay, let's just go ahead, let's wrap this up. Overall, these are the main points really that made me feel like this movie was better than I anticipated it to be. Fortunately, there are some problems with this film, in particular Themistocles. Now, Themistocles, he is a badass when he's on screen, and he does all sorts of great, cool fighting stuff, hacking people's limbs off as usual per 300. But the one thing that I noticed about him was we didn't get any backstory with him, we didn't get any development with him, so he was very, very bland. You didn't really care for him. I cared more for Artemisia than I did for him, because I got to know her backstory. She's also sexier than Themistocles is. That's just a personal opinion of mine. The second thing was the 3D shots. Now, this is the thing that kind of bothered me. I did not see this film in 3D. I actually got the opportunity to see it in 2D, which I always tend to want to do, just because 3D can sometimes mess with my head a little bit, depending upon how much 3D there is. The one thing he did was, you remember when 3D first came out, and they would be punching stuff through the screen, as my fist gets that close to the camera, or there would be something jumping out at you. They did a lot of that, and this one, they would just throw something and the head just comes through the screen and ooh, it's 3D. I get the feeling that should have been something when 3D first came out. They should have done something like that, not today where everybody knows 3D is a technology and it's widely successful in movie theaters. So that doesn't take away from the film too much. I just was like, really, you're going to use that kind of shot? But it is what it is. It's their decision. Overall, like I said, the film for me works very well. It was very well done. The acting from Eva Green was spot on. It was great. It did have a kind of a bland hero in Themistocles, but because we didn't really have too much backstory. The direction was great. They were going. The movie flowed just fine. Pacing was good. Action scenes. I forgot to mention that. Action scenes, great. Perfect for a 300 movie. Limbs are flying. Heads are going everywhere. Blood's flying everywhere. It's a great time at the movies, and I think it's a good addition to the 300 series. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a B. Well, actually, no, I'll give it a B minus. I think it was I think it was better than I thought it was going to be. The acting was pretty good from, especially people from Eva Green. The direction was good, the flow was good. Some small problems in there, but even 300 had that. So, thank you guys for very much checking out my review. Thank you guys ever so much for the viewership. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet already. I'm Joker777, and I'll see you guys later.